two things stuck out for me. One, Gayle King, you are freaking amazing.
Yeah, that was great.
I'll tell you that.
Slow clap for you.
She wasn't afraid to approach him with the honest, serious, questions, and she didn't back down. When he was all up in her face, she was very calm. It was like she was talking to her younger brother. Like, all right, okay, I know you're having, Robert, I know you're, you're having a little emotional breakdown, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna stay, right here. And the other thing is I couldn't really listen to anything he was saying because I agree with you, Jeannie. All I saw was a man being backed in the corner and not liking it and going off the handle. My grandmother always, she said this, she said, a hit dog hollers. And you gotta test the spirit by the spirit. So she was like giving him, the hard questions, and honestly, he couldn't handle it. The other thing is, when he was talking about the two young women that he's dating right now, it's kind of like he gave himself an excuse to be doing all of this because the parents are the one who gave the girls, to him. And I think we actually, have that clip of him saying that. And then when you see the girls, like, offending this man, I can only put myself in defending him. I can only put myself in the parents' position like, oh my gosh. First, I fault y'all parents for actually allowing those kids to be around that, knowing what type of man he is, because this isn't true. But then I can only imagine what they're going through when their kids won't even come back to them.
Well, that's the same thing he was saying to Gayle is the things he's obviously told those children, that their parents are terrible anyway, and they were sold.
And the parents have responded.
I haven't thought about that. Let's watch this clip. Let's check out this clip.
What kind of mother will sell their daughter to a man?
Who did that?
How come it was okay for me to see them until they wasn't getting no money from it?
You're saying the parents handed their daughters, Azurel and Jocelyn, over to you? Is that what you're saying to us?
Absolutely.
Now, Azurel's parents have denied that they have not received any money from him at all, any money.
Following these allegations, lawyer Michael Avenatti released a statement from Azurel's parents, like Lonnie just said, Alice and Angelo Clary, on Twitter that said, quote, "We have never received a penny from R. Kelly. We have never asked R. Kelly for money, and we never sold our daughter to him or anyone else. R. Kelly is a desperate liar and serial abuser of young girls who should die in prison. All of the victims and parents cannot be lying," end quote.
Right.
Yeah. See, that's the... those are the past, those are past. And to be honest, they're grown women now. So I think the big thing with them is that we wanted to see how they were doing, things like that. Now they're grown.
Right.
They're grown. They can decide to stay in that relationship. We're talking about these future allegations. That's what we're trying to fight.
Here's the major issue I have with just that moment, though. In the interview, you hear him that the focus in getting through this is because he wants to be there with his children. He wants to be a father. And he illustrates what the parents did wrong in these girls. He names that they shouldn't have been at his concert at that young of an age and to be allowed onto the stage by themselves. And he thinks that the parents did wrong in letting the kids be with him and also to accept money from him. So then he is the recipient of the other side of the equation.
He still did.
He is at fault for activating the other side of whatever the parents allegedly did wrong. So he's not accepting fault for that. It's like saying, parents, don't let your kids run out in the streets because there could be somebody who abducts the children. So if you somehow, the kids run out in the street and I abduct them, then I'm not at fault either. It's your fault because of what you did to let your kids out there.
Correct, because you can say, if someone tried to sell me your child, I could simply say, no, I will not do that. I refuse to buy your child.
He is part of the problem, but not aware of his wrongdoing.